also come.
Right.
Thankfully, we haven't seen him say, I'm leaving party, I'm angry, and we haven't seen Brian say, I'm leaving party.
Because that's suicide for any one of them, correct?
Because they are learning from Alan. You see, when you leave a party that is in government, you get some attention. Beyond that, nothing happens. So those who have left the party that was in government today, nothing. And look at Mrs. Rawlings. When you leave the party in government, look at Reform Party. When you leave the party in government, you get something in terms of attention. After that, that's it. Nothing happens. So the people who have left NPP when NPP was in government and people thought it was not a good government and you left and they were praising you for it, that's the end of the story.
That's why Bawumia shouldn't and didn't resign.
Yes.
Those people who are talking...
Bawumia resigned?
No. Continue.
Okay, so now Bawumia has...
fixing the friction.
Yes, fixing the friction, I think is going to be easier because the party is in opposition. And that he must run very fast. Thankfully, he has a lot of time. The best thing that happened to the NPP was the decision to have this Congress early. And everyone has seen how the matter has settled down. What is exciting for me as a news reporter is that I'm waiting to see what happens in the NDC. I can't wait. And I'm going to look at it with excitement. Because when people talk about a political party, MPP is this, MPP, it's with every political party. And we are going to see it. The Gen Zs who are now seeing their first government and opposition, they will see
now to what you are going to that I paused you.
The parliamentary.
Yes, is Afenyo Markin's position untenable, looking at his non-support for Bawumia and the way he marshaled his constituency for Kenneth Japan?
I think I have to say something for Afenyo Markin in terms of the leadership and how they manage the Congress. Whereas the results indicates that Kenneth Japan was very popular in his constituency, and it might mean that he told his delegates or something. Throughout the process, Afenyo, you would say, was one of the most disciplined leaders of the MPP in not showing his hand one way or the other. What happened in the reason why we are saying all we are saying is the results that came out. But if the results didn't come out the way it came out, would you be able to say that Afenyo is Ken or Afenyo is Bawumia?
Well, he managed it well, but
that's the point.
But he was not.
No, he is somewhere. Everybody is going to vote.
And I respect his loyalty. He said
that already. But even with the loyalty, he didn't display it openly like other MPs who came for
very well.
And other MPs who came for Bawumia. He's the leader of the group. And he didn't show any such thing. So I think he must be commended for that.
I agree.
If you take us back to the 98 example, which I'm saying mimics what is happening. J.H. Mensah was the leader of the minority before the elections of 1998. J.H. Mensah actually, I believe, contested, or he was not supporting Kufuor, who was his brother-in-law. He didn't support Kufuor, never did. But when Kufuor won, J.H. Mensah was maintained as the minority leader to the next election. So Kufuor and J.H. Mensah are relatives through marriage. So it might be easy for loyalties to switch, or it might be easy for suspicions of loyalty to be.
Will Afenyo be removed? You know a lot better within the party than some of us do.
I have heard that there are some members of parliament in the minority who are not happy with Afenyo Markin, and they believe that because they supported Bawumia, they now have to get Dr. Bawumia to sort of pull it against Afenyo, and they are using the Bawumia victory and Bawumia's hand to carry out their own personal vendetta. I am not sure that if you ask Dr. Bawumia himself, as an MPP leader, as a scholar, as an intellectual, as a politician, whether he thinks Afenyo is doing well or not, I'm not so sure that his answers will be that negative.
What would be the cost of doing such a thing, removing Afenyo?
Oh, as for the cost of removing Afenyo, if they do have some basis, I don't know whether they do. Because we've seen Asidun Ketia do it to Haruna Idrisu and Muntaka. Nothing happened. They won the election. So opposition party, it's a different kettle of fish from a governing party. I don't know the details of what all the MPs know. I'm not in parliament. But some of the MPs really complain that they don't like Afenyo's leadership. But which leader have they not complained about? They've complained about Chairman Sabunsu, they've complained about Toforsen, they complained about Haruna Idrisu. So it's a decision for Dr. Bawumia to make. But how he makes that decision will indicate a lot, and the reasons that he gives.